The devil of India. This is the single deadliest animal to have ever lived and would make one hunter an absolute legend. The devil of India was a Bengal tigress responsible for an estimated 436 deaths, which she acquired in Nepal and the Kumail division in India from the late 19th and early 20th century. The tigress was even entered into the Guinness Book of World Records for holding the largest number of fatalities by a single animal. The killings first began in western Nepal, where the villagers were tormented and eaten for 3 long years. Hunters would eventually be sent in to track the animal down, but she would prove to be too elusive. Eventually, the Nepalese army was called in, and they would succeed in scaring her away, forcing her across the border and into India, where she would continue to hunt for humans in the Kumail district, rotating her kills between multiple villages, picking anyone off who would venture into the woods. And since all the kills were done in broad daylight, this would leave the villagers completely paralyzed with fear, preventing them from working and leaving their homes. This nightmare would last for a dreadfully long 4 years, but eventually a handsome reward would be offered to any man who could manage to kill the beast. Many well-known and famous hunters would attempt this task, but would all return home with a taste of defeat. But in 1907, a young and unknown 31-year-old hunter would take this challenge on for himself, and surprisingly he would refuse the money, as he accepted the task simply to help. He would begin this hunt with a 4-day trip on foot through the dense jungle, before reaching the town where the animal was last seen. On arrival, he would be shocked to discover a ghost town, since everyone was locked inside of their homes, with the locals claiming that the animal had been roaring in the nearby jungle for the last few days. The young hunter would then proceed to the site where the last victim was taken, discovering nothing but a few of the victim's bones. While investigating, word of a new attack reached the village. It was from the neighboring town. The hunter quickly set out on foot once again, but by the time he reached the town, he would discover that a newer attack had just taken place. He would reach the new attack site and began to follow the trail of blood, seeing nothing but a small glimpse of the tigress on the horizon. But he was forced to abandon the pursuit, since nightfall was but moments away. The following morning, the hunter came up with a plan. He instructed the villagers to make loud noises by screaming and banging pots. As he began to walk through the dense jungle and working his way to the grasslands at the edge of the forest, the villagers would begin to make noise too soon. The hunter was left with no choice but to run as fast as he could through the dense jungle, slipping and falling on rocks and roots, trying his best to get to the edge of the forest before the beast. Once he finally arrived and out of breath, he feared that he might have missed her. He waited for a moment, catching his breath, and she appeared, walking out of the forest like he